All right, guys, we're going to check out this Hamilton Khaki Field Auto Chrono Full Black. So this is the same style watch that, if you're familiar with the show Jack Ryan, I think it's on Amazon Prime. I actually have not watched it, but I know I will at some point. Looks like a really good show. This is the watch that the character Jack Ryan wore in season 1. So this is, I think I have the hang tag right here. So the model number on it is the H71626735. I think the suggested retail, if you go to Hamilton's website, is $1,795. Of course, there's, gray market or discounts or something like that. I think they're realistically selling for less than that. And then, of course, on the used market, they're going to be even less than that. But the main thing I think is awesome about this watch, besides the fact that it's a movie watch or a show watch or whatever, is the size, and it's an automatic chronograph. So the size of this guy, it's a 42 millimeter watch, 49.6 millimeter lug to lug. And although it looks crazy thick, and it is thick, but I mean, you got to remember this has a really thick chronograph movement in it. It's only 14.6 millimeter thick. So I think, considering the movement that's in it, it's a pretty good compact packaging. 20 millimeter lug width, and it comes on this 20 millimeter non-tapering canvas type material strap. It's got some leather backing on it. Again, this is all Hamilton factory stuff. Even the buckle and tang here is a H double tang here for the buckle for security. The first keeper is stationary, and then this one floats. So date, of course, that we'll move that out of the way in a second, but screw down crown on this, except for the chronograph pushers, which I have running right now, and we'll show that in a minute. But screw down crown, nice pop to it. But what I wanted to show you is it is super solid feeling, and if you look, that crown tube is insanely strong, and there is zero wobble. I mean, none. This is probably the strongest crown I've seen on a watch. So a little bit of dial detail there. You can see you have a couple of sub-dials at the 12 and the 6. You can see with the chronograph running every time. Oh, I hacked it. Hold on, let me move this. Get this out of the way so you can see some stuff. So if you get that back in, you can watch that chronograph hand come around. And as it comes around the 60 mark, you're going to see this upper register advance 1 second. Boom, there you go. So a nice clean operation there. And you'll notice, if I can get the right light here, you have applied like loom pip indices around the outside, and then you have like multi-layered printed Arabic numbers on there, and the tone of that gray matches the hour and minute hand. But it's very, dark and stealthy looking. Even the date wheel, I mean, there is a bunch of white printing on there as well, but it is it's not overpowering. I think it's a really good balance. While I have you zoomed in, we can take a look at the display case back here, and you can see the movement. If I can get that cleaned, you can see the movement there. You can see it ticking away and all the good stuff happening. Some decoration on it, on the plates and everything like that. It's kind of fun. Something a little bit different, it's like laser engraved or something like that, instead of having like actual fancy metalwork. See if we can see some arms moving here. So you've seen that move over there. That stops it, and then that snaps it back. So, and I'll get that going again so you can see it on the front side too. But pretty excellent watch, really. I'm super surprised of like I said, the packaging of it, because it's not, some big massive 45 millimeter watch that's like 16 millimeter thick. So it houses the Hamilton H21 movement in it, which from what I read is based on the ETA 7750 or something like that. I don't know my chronograph movements very well, so I just read it real quick on a search I did. So Let me give you a wrist shot. There it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Yes, it is still thick, but totally wearable. The 42, the lug to lug being under 50 mil, still a decent size, easy to wear. Comfortable strap. This is a PVD coating, so it is going to be pretty robust as far as the finish being held up. This is a used watch. A viewer of the channel, David, actually sent it in for us to check out. So big thanks to David for lending this guy in too. The H21 has a 60-hour power reserve, so I think that's kind of in line with the rest of their like H-series movements. They've slowed them down a little bit, which makes them bigger power reserves, but also I think it makes them a little more reliable. I'm not a watchmaker, so I'm pretty sure you're going to want to do your own research on that, but from what I've read, it seems like that's the case. So let's stop this thing and get the snapback action here so you can see that happen. It happened, like you'd have to do it in slow motion. It just snaps back instantly. So very, very cool watch. Big thanks to David for lending this in. And it's always cool to see watches in person that are ones that are like on the big screen when we watch a show or a movie or something like that. I always get a kick out of that, and I'm sure many of you guys do too. So I guess I'll try to give you a lume shot because I usually do that, but in typical Hamilton fashion here, there's not much lume and it fades pretty quick, but I'll try to show it anyway, and then I'm going to close you guys out. Yeah, so there's a little bit there. It's not super bright by any means, and it does fade pretty quick. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next vid.